Hi, beautiful souls, and welcome to my podcast, Soulful Growth to Success. Today we have Brittany with us, and she is the founder of Why We Are Club, and she has been amazing, such a great, nice soul. I have also got coached from her. So, hi, Brittany, how are you today?
Amazing. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been so lovely, to know you. And I actually want to ask you, our listeners about you. What do you do and what has been your experience and how's your life going?
Yes, great question. So I have a club called the YBR Entrepreneurs Club, and I also do one-on-one coaching and consulting. So I help people really light their souls and their business and their life on fire and really step into their power in
Yeah.
such an expansive and impactful way. And it is just so beautiful that I get to live my calling every day.
Yeah, I love your energy and I have seen you on stage being so energetic and I got that from you and I've learned so much from you and when I got coached from you, my imposter syndrome just broke down within just one meeting. And it's been amazing. Would you also tell our listeners about how to break imposter syndrome, how you always get there, get on stage and always so energetic?
Yes, great question. So, imposter syndrome is just a flawed belief system because nobody is forcing you to feel that way. It is a choice to
Yeah.
feel that insecurity or that imposter syndrome. And so, when you are in control of your thoughts and you stop allowing other people to dictate how you feel about yourself, you get to take control of your life. You get to get in the driver's seat of your life and you get to elevate yourself. Because
Yeah.
unfortunately, most people care so much about what people think about
Mhm.
them. So many people give away their power to people. And unfortunately, most people aren't going to agree with you. There are people
Yeah.
out there that don't want to see you succeed
Yeah.
because it just shines a light on their incompetencies. And so
Mm.
people will always try and tear you down. If you are
Mhm.
successful, if you are moving and shaking, if you are trying to get to the top, people will always be there to tell you you're not good enough, you're
Mhm.
not worthy enough, and you are not smart enough. And
Yeah.
when you listen to those critics, you disempower yourself, you
Mhm.
disempower your future. But when you take that control back and
Yeah.
you get your self worth from you and what you believe about yourself, oh, you become unstoppable.
That's so true. So, would you tell our listeners like a tip that you do every single day to empower yourself? And there could be a mirroring technique. What do you do?
Yeah, so I do a lot of different things. I am
Okay.
always working on myself. I am continuously working on myself. And the reason why is because when you treat yourself like your own piece of artwork and you are focused on really leveling up and impacting the world in a big way
Mhm.
and inspiring people, you get to go out there every single day. It doesn't matter if you're on a podcast or a phone call or talking to your friends or your clients, you are an opportunity to activate other people. You
Mhm.
are an opportunity to activate people's souls, to
Mhm.
activate their passions, to activate their minds. And when you step into your power and you focus on yourself, you let go of the limiting beliefs, the imposter syndrome, the fears, the excuses. You become a powerhouse. You become
Yeah.
a force to be
Yes.
reckoned with.
Yeah, yeah. So were you always like this? Were you always this energetic, or was there a journey? Would you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I actually grew up extremely insecure. Grew up really bullied. I had two big front buck teeth. I had a unibrow and I was super, super, super pale. And kids used to always make fun of me. And so I grew up with very little self esteem. And I realized that in order to do what I needed to do, I needed to really focus on myself and build up my own self confidence. So, no, I was not born with self
Mhm.
confidence. I had to cultivate it. I had to take note and be disciplined with every single thought that I had. Every single time I got
Mhm.
imposter syndrome, I had to stop that thought. I had to rewire and reprogram that thought to a more empowering belief system to build me up so that when I go on stage, I can speak with confidence. When I walk into a room, I can hold my head up high and
Mhm.
have confidence in who I am because I know my worth, because I did the inner work and built myself up and created a rock solid confidence that
Mhm.
people can't touch now.
Yeah, exactly. That's so important. I always think that the inner work is more important than what you put out there, the courses that you do, or how you learn things. But it's like your belief system is the one that impacts, the 80% of your work. So, what is one practice that you tell the listeners to do every day?
Yeah, great question. The biggest thing you want to do if you want to increase your confidence is be conscious of the thoughts that you are believing because the quality of your life is going to boil down to the quality of thoughts that
Mhm.
you choose to believe. And so you have to be so cautious. You have to be so cautious of the thoughts that you choose to have because those thoughts are in your power.
Yeah.
Those thoughts are things that you get to control. And when you focus on yourself, you do the inner work, you do the personal growth work, and you take yourself on in a big way. You learn how to control those
Mhm.
thoughts. You learn how to get into the driver's seat of what you're thinking, what you're programming into your mind. And it really boils down to living a life in a very conscious
Yeah.
state. Because most people, unfortunately, they have this hamster wheel running in their head and they're so unconscious of
Yeah.
the thoughts that they have. They're so unconscious of the programs that are running through their mind every day that they are unfortunately believing the imposter syndrome, the beating yourself
Mhm.
up, the being hard on yourself. And
Mhm.
it's so important to recognize those thoughts
Mhm.
and then choose to rewrite that
Rewrite
belief
that.
system into
Wow.
empowering, soul enriching thoughts and
Mhm.
belief systems.
Yeah. And you also did a TEDx talk. Would you tell us a little bit about your TEDx talk and what was your experience like?
Yeah, I just absolutely love inspiring people and being a light for other people to
Yeah.
really step into their power. And so I just think you should take every opportunity. I had to work to get that slot. And
Yeah.
I really truly believe that you have to be putting yourself out there. You have to
Mhm.
be connecting with people and you really have to be showing up so that people
Yeah.
can work with you.
And also about your events that you do, the Unleash and Awaken events and your spirituality and the meditations and all of that. Like, when did this all begin?
Well, I started working on myself a long time ago. And the reason why is because I truly believe that working on yourself is
Mhm.
one of the most important things that you can do with your life. Because when you work on yourself and you build yourself up so strong, you become indestructible. And when you build up your confidence, that is the confidence that you are going to need. If you want to be successful and you want to do big things in the world,
Mhm.
you have to have an unshakable sense of self. You have to have a indestructible level of confidence
Mhm.
because if you're going to the top, you are going to have people that are going to try and
Mhm.
tear you down. And if you
Yes.
don't believe in yourself and you are not rooted in who the
Mhm.
heck you are and
Yes.
why you are on earth, people's little comments will creep in
Mhm.
and break you. They will break your dreams and they will knock you on the floor and you
Mhm.
won't be able to get back up.
Yeah, yeah. So you have also the event that's coming up, and do you do it monthly, your Unleash and Awaken series?
Yes, so we are doing our events monthly for people that want to really step into their power, that want to build themselves up, that want to let go of the things that are holding them back. And these events are life changing, absolutely life changing. I mean, seeing people have breakdowns and breakthroughs and cry and dance and laugh and just this experience, this full body experience of life is
Yeah.
just such a gift that I get to give to the world. And I just absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I've been to a few of the events, YVR club events, and I truly believe they're very connecting. Like the people there are very genuine. We help each other, and the community that you're building, I love the vibe of it. It's friendly, but at the same time, it's also professional. So the combination is just amazing, and I love that your spirituality touched to it. And I also believe in grounding, grounding, and the meditation is one of the things that's very close to me. So, and would you tell like could you do like 1 minute meditation for our listeners? So like
Yes.
what do you do and like deep breathe or your exercise that you do?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Okay, I want everybody to take a deep breath and really ground yourself in your body. So, anyone that's listening to this, as long as you're not driving, I invite you to close your eyes. And I want you to get really honest and clear with yourself for a minute. Because every single day, every single moment is an opportunity for you to really show up for the people that need you. Because at the end of the day, every single person has a ticking clock. And we never know when the time is going to come. And if we live like we have time and we live like we will do it tomorrow, we are going to waste the beautiful, precious time that we have now. And so I just invite every single person to really envision what is that legacy that they want to leave when the time comes. What do they want to be remembered for? What do you want people to say about you? And really bring that to mind. How do you want to feel? How do you want to make people feel in your life? What's the impact that you want to leave on earth? What is the legacy that every single cell in your body knows you were put here on earth for? And with that concept, I want you to take that during the days and ask yourself the important question of, does my actions line up with my highest potential, the person that I know I have the potential to become? Are my actions, are my thoughts, are the people I surround myself by constantly in alignment with my highest self, constantly in alignment with the version of myself that I want to leave a legacy with? And with that concept, if you spend every single day in conscious intention of who you are and why you were put on earth and who is the highest, most powerful, kind, successful, healthiest, happiest version of you, and you align your life with the decisions in alignment with that version of you, I promise you, you will live the most enriched, fulfilling life and light your life on fire.
Wow, I love that. I love that visualization. It took me to a happy place where a lot of people are also happy with me.
I love that. Yes. And you were put on earth. You are
Yeah.
such a bright light. There's so many people who love and adore you. And I just love that you're stepping into your greatness and stepping into why you were put on earth and you're helping so many people.
Yes, I'm getting closer and closer to what I envision myself or where I envision myself. And I actually tell you this little instance because you have been my coach. So I want to share this with
Oh,
you.
yes. Tell me.
Is that I was contacted by Silva India. I have been in touch with them. And as I was doing my video, I didn't have the confidence to actually talk on camera, like make it real. But I remember getting coached from you last summer, and you were like, get in your power, girl. Do you want to do this or no? Right? I'm like, this is it. This is it. Yes, I want to do that. And I remember talking to you. I want to get on stages. I want to do this and I want to do that. And then I did a post and a reel. Sometimes you think like who's watching it? There are only a few hundred views and who is looking at that? So I tagged a place and I was visiting India and somehow Silva India saw that post and the whole team was like, who's this person? Because so many people started coming to their meditations because of watching my reel. So it was a full circle and there are more things that coming up with them. So I had a whole meeting with them. So I'm super, super excited for, yeah, for the upcoming year.
Yay, I love that for us. And that's really what it's about. Every single day, we have the choice to wake up and build a beautiful life for ourselves and really uplift the people around us. And when we look outward and inward and around us of who are the people we are impacting? How are we treating ourselves? How are we talking to ourselves? And we focus not on Maslow's hierarchy of needs at the lowest point of getting our needs met, but we start moving up into self-actualization and contribution and really channeling and focusing our effort here on earth about impacting other people's lives. Oh my gosh, when you make your why and your purpose bigger than you, and you have a why that lights your life on fire, you become unstoppable. You become unstoppable when your why is bigger than you and you are about impacting the world in a massive way. And you think about it every day. You wake up in the morning and you think about that massive vision, your massive goals and dreams, your massive why. Everything in your day is now in alignment with your highest self because it's conscious, it's on the top of mind. And so I just invite every single person who can hear my voice, think about this massive why. Get so connected to your purpose. I listen to music and just channel my why. I go for drives and channel my why. I sit on the deck in the sun and just channel my why. And it becomes like this ball of fire that's inside of me that just is unleashed when I open my mouth. And it's because I know my why so freaking clear. Like every single cell in my body knows I was put on this earth to impact it in a massive way. And all my actions, all my self-talk is in alignment with that dream, that goal, and that vision.
And I also remember I want to tell my audience that the first time when you called me, Julia, like, do you want to do this event that I'm hosting? And do you want to be the part of it? I'm like, yes. Like that was the first time when I did silver meditation, with an audience. And after that, when I started doing my events, and I also remember discussing my first event because I didn't know what I'm gonna do, like how I'm gonna price it, how I'm gonna organize it. And you gave me so much confidence. You're like, babe, you can do this. This is how you can price it. And like coming to your events, like it was so knowledgeable, even with Chris, like so much knowledge, how to make funnels or how to do a website, how to make your network, how to build a community. And I also started my community just being inspired by you. So it's so crazy right now that I'm doing an interview with you and you are here. And I can't wait to see more of you. Yeah.
And yeah, I just gotta highlight the reason why you were successful is because you took massive action. And that is so, so, so crucially important. And what was that shift that you had that made you want to take that massive action?
I just had to say yes. I could not look back. Like there was no like doubt. When you asked me, because when we went through that, like I'm not good enough. Like that was my thing. Like, how can I teach people? Like, how can I coach people? But when I had a talk with you and you're like, babe, this is you. I remember you telling me one thing that you can only teach people how much you know. Like you can be their buddy and tell them, or you can be an expert and tell them, right? So you switched something in me that time. And I was like, okay, this is it. And then you asked me, you're like, babe, you want to do that? I'm like, yes, yes.
Yes, I love it. And that is the power of believing in yourself. When you
Yes.
believe in yourself and you take massive action and you align these
Mhm.
dreams and goals and beliefs and vision with the action steps during the day, every single day, I wake up and I journal, what are my goals and dreams and what are
Mhm.
all the action steps that I need to do today in alignment with that? And I work
Yes.
till usually the moment I go to sleep. That is how you create magic. That is how you
Mhm.
inspire yourself, because
Yes.
self-worth comes from how proud you
Mhm.
are at the person looking back at you in the mirror. And you cannot
Yes.
bullshit you
Yeah.
if you are living below your potential and that you have more inside of you and you are playing it safe and staying
Mhm.
in your comfort zone. The world is going to see that and you are going to feel that about yourself, and you
Yeah.
can't fake that. You cannot
Mhm.
talk yourself into being
Mhm.
like, I am a badass, but
Mhm.
secretly I know that I'm just playing it safe in life. And so if you want to increase your confidence, increase your integrity with yourself. When you
Yeah.
say you're going to do something, show up. When you say you're going to go to the gym, go to the gym. When you say you want to be successful, do the actions that you need to do to be successful. And
Yeah.
when you get integrity with your word and you show up powerfully for yourself and show yourself what is possible, that is how you build authentic confidence, by doing the work, showing up for yourself, and
Yes.
putting 120% effort into everything that you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, for sure. And I also want to ask you your time management tips because you do a lot of things. You coach people, you have a networking, and you do events. So how do you manage all of that?
Yeah, great question. I work really hard. I'm very conscious of things in my life. So I'm constantly analyzing my thoughts, my actions, what I'm doing during the day. And I basically do like a detox of everything that I need to do during the day. And is this in alignment with my highest self? Because so
Mm,
many people are like, I don't have time, but yet they have so much time to go with their friends. So
yeah.
where are you allocating time? Where do
Mhm.
your highest level priorities lie? And it's a
Right.
really, really good idea to just do a detox and really
Mhm.
figure out, what do I need to focus on? Where do I need to spend my time? And what can I cut out? What are areas of my life that I can cut down on so I can reallocate that time to your highest level priorities?
Yeah, that's for sure. So what's your priority right now? Like what do you like what's the first thing that you wake up and you look forward to?
Yeah, I just look forward to changing people's lives. I just think it's such a beautiful gift. I think that
Mhm.
gratitude is so important. And I think we are just so lucky to
Yeah.
be alive. I think we
Yeah.
are just so, so, so incredibly lucky to be alive. And I think that it's just important to know that. It's important to know that when you wake up every single day with a
Yeah.
grateful heart, and
Mhm.
you wake up every day, no matter if you're going through a bad time, no matter what is happening to you, you wake up and you see the beauty in yourself, you see
Mhm.
the beauty in your life, and you see
Mhm.
beauty every single thing and piece of anything around you.
Yeah.
You are just going to live a more peaceful, grounded, happy life. But you have to train yourself to be grateful. You have to train yourself to be positive. Because
Yeah.
unfortunately, there's way too much news. There are way too many
Mhm.
Netflix documentaries. There are way too many crabby people walking around, circling around you, bringing your energy lower,
Mhm.
trying to pull you into a low vibe energy state. And you need to protect your peace like your life depends on it.
Yes.
Because when you are able to distinguish high vibe emotions like positivity, gratitude,
Mhm.
happiness, passion, enthusiasm, and you are able to distinguish low vibe emotions like jealousy, anger, victimhood, and you
Mhm.
are able to recognize it in yourself and be
Mhm.
like, this is a low vibe energy state. I need
Mhm.
to pull myself back up into a high vibe energy state. And you
Yes.
master that
Mhm.
skill, you master that talent, everything in your life shifts. And I promise you, I guarantee you, you are going to magnetize people
Mhm.
towards you because they're going to be like, I love your energy. I want some of that
Yes.
energy in a world where people are draining their energy. They are going to see you. They are going to feel your authentic joy and happiness and confidence and ambition, and they are going to want to be around you. So if you want to
Yes.
walk into a room and magnetize people towards you, become a master at moving yourself out of a
Mhm.
low vibe energy state into a high vibe energy state, and people will be drawn to you like
Yes.
bees to honey.
Yeah, I agree. Like I see you. Like whenever I see you, I just love to be around you. It's just amazing. I have another question. Like, do you cut people off, like the negative people off of your life, like when you're like, no, or you kind of deal with it another way?
Yeah, great question. I am very, very, very cautious with who I
Mhm.
surround myself by.
Yeah.
This is actually a really big component of my life. So
Mhm.
it's a great question that you asked. I actually truly believe one of the biggest things that holds people back is their inability to cut out the wrong people out of their life and to keep the right people in their life, because every single person is surrounded by hundreds, thousands of people. And in life, it's like playing a game of chess.
Mhm.
It's like you have to be strategic
Yes.
about who you surround yourself by. And this is
Mhm.
why, because if you surround yourself with people that don't want the best for you, that are
Mhm.
negative, they're secretly talking shit about you
Mhm.
behind your back, energetically, you are going to cap your life. You're not going to be able to
Mhm.
rise above the specific level because you're going to have all these negative people draining your energy, draining you,
Mhm.
beating your self-esteem and confidence up to a pulp. And so I am a big believer of be careful with who you surround yourself by. You need to do
Yeah.
an inventory after every single interaction in your life, after every single conversation, after every single hangout session. You need to go away from that person and sit with yourself for a moment. Don't get
Mhm.
distracted on your phone. Don't get distracted watching TV. Sit with yourself and ask yourself this important, crucial question. How did this person make me feel? Did this
Mhm.
person make me feel drained? Were they talking about their drama and victimhood for an hour, sucking me into a
Mhm.
low vibe energy state? Or did this person get me excited? Did this person
Yeah.
lift me up? Did this person bring me up and create a more meaningful conversation in my life? And when you are conscious of the
Mhm.
people you surround yourself by and conscious of how you feel after you leave them, I promise you the quality of your life will increase as the
Yes.
people and the quality of people you keep in
Mhm.
your life increases as well.
Yeah, that's for sure. I've been like checking out your reels and your stories, and you'd been exercising and your body looks so toned. And so would you share with our listeners the secret of a toned body?
Yes, everything boils down to mental discipline. Everything we talked about today, working out, absolutely everything boils down to you showing up for you every single day. It's knowing who the heck you are, your non negotiables, working out, being
Mhm.
positive, working hard, being a good person, living life in integrity, doing your best. And you get to choose how you're going to show up in the world.
Yeah.
And when you create a great relationship with yourself, you have your non negotiables, you are going to create a powerful,
Mhm.
magical life that you love living.
Yeah, yeah. I saw one of your posts where you mentioned that you loved putting makeup. You couldn't get out of the house without putting makeup. And now I see you. I don't think I've seen you with a lot of makeup on now. So what switched in you when you gained that confidence? Be like, this is me, like this is the authentic me. Yes.
Yeah, I rarely put on a lot of makeup anymore. I
Yeah.
do sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
it's so rare. Before, it
Right.
was like every time I left my house, it took me 45 minutes to get ready. Now, this took me like 5 minutes to
Mm.
get ready. And the
Yes.
reason why is because I actually like myself now. And so
Hmm.
now I don't need a mask. I don't need my face painted and to twist and contort not only my
Mhm.
looks, but my personality and
Yeah.
be a doormat for
Mhm.
people. I now know my worth. I know my value, and my value is not painting crap all over my face so that
Mhm.
people like me. So yeah, I'll put on a little bit of makeup, sure, whatever,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
doesn't define me
That's
anymore.
right.
It doesn't control me anymore. I feel beautiful for who I am,
Yes.
and I know my value doesn't come from my looks, but it comes
Mhm.
from my character. It comes from my heart. It comes from my soul. It comes from my passion to change
Yes.
people's lives. And so that was such a shift for me when I actually learned how to love myself and
Yeah.
treat myself kindly and just truly fall in love with my life and myself. It changed everything for me.
Oh, that's amazing, Brittany. It's been a journey with you because I've been following you for quite a while and how you've grown and you made this network,
I came
right?
from a
Okay, yes, and you came to Vancouver and you built all this amazing community. It's just so beautiful. And also, I'm gonna ask you about your social media where the audience can connect with you, can see your journey and to know you better, and also that you coach people. They can also connect with you. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. If anyone is interested in working with me one on one or
Mhm.
attending our powerful events, message me on Instagram at Brittany Michalchuk. I'd love to connect with you guys. I'd love to show you what's possible when you really own and master everything we talked about today.
Yeah, yeah. And a little brief about like what do you coach people about? If somebody, of course, there's mindset, but if you want to give a little glimpse of like this is what you'll be getting.
Yes. So I have two different ways that you can be immersed in this magic that we are creating in the world. Number one is through our events. We host powerful, impactful, soul expanding events that are just lighting people's souls on fire and really helping them just really level up in their life and step into their power and get in alignment with their highest self. So I just love these powerful events. And the second thing is working with me one on one. So I
Yeah.
love working with clients and really helping them just change their entire life, just
Yeah.
transform the things that are holding them back, the limiting beliefs, the fears, the excuses, just completely rewiring their consciousness and these unconscious
Mhm.
programs that are holding them back. So it is my passion. It is my honor. It is why I was put on earth. Thank God. And I just live it every day. I wake up and I work until the moment I go to sleep because I
Mhm.
just know why I was put here on earth. And every day I have the opportunity to change somebody's life or sleep in on my dreams.
Yeah, and you are a heck of a, great mentor. I've had you on my side and it was such a blessing because I'm like because you're so resourceful, you know people, like where to go, what to do, like what technology to use. I had to choose one of the coaches when I was working with you because at that time I was looking for coaches and she was way less than what you were worth. But I'm like, nope, Brittany it is.
Love you. You're so sweet. And I'm
Yeah.
so grateful for the work that we got to do together because you are just such a bright light and you took action right away. You took the advice and you just sprung into your highest self and look what you're creating. It's so beautiful to watch you really impact the world in a big way.
Yeah, thank you, Brittany. Thank you for coming in our studio and taking your time out. I know you have a busy time. Even last week, you had this big event, and your next event is coming in May on May 3rd. Yeah, so
31st.
on
Yes.
May
So anyone that
31st.
wants to come, please message me on Instagram at Brittany Michalchuk and we'd love to see you there.
Okay, awesome, Brittany. And I will in the description mention Brittany's links, the website, so you can go and contact her on Instagram and on her website and check it out.
Yay! Love you
Thank you,
guys.
Brittany.
Let's get
Bye
it on
bye.
Instagram. And anyone
Yes.
that sends me a message on Instagram, I will give you a free treat. So send me a message and we'll see you
Wow.
soon.
That's very exciting. All right, guys, we'll see you next time in the next episode.